Hello, my name is Sunny Yeager. I am the Chief of the Department of Simulation, and this is my presentation. When I say ethnography, the goal of this presentation is to understand the key insights to ethnography. Our objectives are to define ethnography, describe its methodologies, and also create an ethnographic experience. Ethnography's disciplinary roots are in anthropology, a term relating to the study of human societies, development, and their culture. Ethnographers study human behaviors based on observations with the participants' or group's naturalistic setting. They observe for the emergence of shared patterns of behaviors, beliefs, and languages. Denzin and Lincoln describe ethnographers as pattern recognizers or meaning makers. Ethnographers have objectives. They immerse themselves in a culture not only to gain insight, but to also actively participate with a general commitment to observing the group's everyday social life. They extend contact with a given community, are concerned with the mundane of day-to-day or unusual events, participate directly or indirectly in local activities, and focus on an individual's perspectives and interpretations of the world. Ethnographic approaches to inquiry guide researchers on how to study and write about people. Through the process of the research, ethnographers aim to answer two core questions. What is the culture of this group of people, and how does culture explain their perspectives of behavior? A unique factor of an ethnographic study is the exploration of the researcher's dynamic. Researchers have a choice in deciding which collection methods to choose, such as participant observation, documentation, interviews, photos, or whichever data works with them for them in any given moment of time within the study. The unstructured collection methods allows for flexibility to adapt to the ever-changing nature of situations. These collections support triangulation, which is a technique that incorporates and compares multiple methods with the intent of providing a more in-depth, holistic understanding of a phenomenon. It is the conglomeration of these observations and data that aid in generating a thick description, which attempts to paint a clear picture of the event, situation, environment, or culture in question by describing not just the behavior, but its context as well. Participant observation is a primary collection method of ethnography because it is the most exploratory. I want to unravel some lexicons associated with how ethnography is experienced and how participants are observed. Through in situ observations, ethnographers immerse themselves in a social setting. It allows them to gain a rich understanding of social actions. This is my son right here, observing the Mbeda tribe, which is an indigenous tribe to Panama. Participant observation provides opportunities for ethnographers to garner empirical insights into social practices. The research has a direct engagement and participation with the culture. Researchers can remain covert because they may believe that the individuals under observations may change their behavior as a result of knowing that they are being observed, or they can also disclose their identity. Nevertheless, the method is based on the paradoxical activity of participating fully in people's lives while simultaneously observing it from a distance. As participant observers, we decided to dance with the Mbeda tribe. This is me in the white, and it's also my sister in the blue. It is these descriptions that allows one to decipher how ethnography forms a holistic social account that identifies and links the social phenomenons. Researchers gain access to the group through key informants, who is an individual within the group. Researchers negotiate access to participants to collect data. Thus, the quality of their social interactions between researchers and the participants may facilitate or inhibit access to information. There are limitations to the study. The time allocated to collect data is extensive. Narratives are written in a literal storytelling approach, which some may find challenging to write compared to the traditional way of scientific writing. The possibility that researchers will go native can compromise the study, and researchers must be sensitive to the needs of individuals being studied. Ethnographers become storytellers, filtering information to determine patterns of regularities in the data. Elucidating the taken-for-granted everyday life in a culture can become a force of understanding change and establishing a new reality based on the kind of everyday environment desired by people in the setting being studied. The following video is a small window that attempts to capture emotional behaviors and the placement of a human face on data through an in-the-day life of the Mbeda, an indigenous tribe in Panama. The data captured only occurred within an 8-hour period. Nevertheless, it attempts to provide a future vision of what an ethnographic study would be like if it was left to progress. Further time spent would capture their emotional behaviors, provide a rich source of data that helps to unreal unarticulated needs, and capture the context of everyday life, all of which describes the benefit of ethnographic research.
The drum, the big one's made out of leather of the male and female deer. The guy in the green has a turtle shell. There's a flute made out of bamboo.
Huh?
And then the little drum. What do you mean?
Made of what?
Bamboo?
Okay, that's wheels. Mom, what are they doing?
They're getting ready. Do you want to dance with me there? Nice. Ah, they got maracas.
Mama, I can hear the maracas.
You like it? Oh, they're gonna dance. Oh, nice. Okay, now you may talk. I'm right here.
Ah! Here are the references. Thanks for watching.